NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards taking on the Houston Rockets. The opening tip belongs to the Wizards as we get going in Washington. That's blocked by Capella. Wall.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
Paul into the front court. They're down 3.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Harden against the former #1 pick. Anthony, it's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
And he adds the free throw. Into the front court comes Wall. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. No good. And a nice finish at the rim. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Harden. His first effort off the mark. Beal. To Wall. He throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Paul. Shot blocked by Morris.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Marquise Chris. Guarded by Morris. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Harden. James Harden. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Beal. Oubre matched up with Capella. Oh, whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Wall. To Anthony. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career.
Wow. Harden, defended by the former Hoya. Shot from the lane, won't go. To Howard. And a throwdown.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Sizing up the defense. Paul against the 5-time All-Star. Deep left corner. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. Out of bounds, the call off P.J. Tucker. Substitution being made in this one. Wall matched up with Paul. To Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Howard. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul, and they call it.
The timing was just a tad bit off.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Substitutions, Houston.
Tucker. Nene. There it is, John Wall. 2-4 now.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
And look out. That's it for the first quarter. The Rockets with the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Marquise Chris to Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Ooh, Chris Paul. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Paul, guarded by the former Dookie. Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Team foul #1.
Tucker. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. To Rivers. Count the basket at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Harden in possession. Up 5. James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's James Harden once again. Curling inside. Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. Top of the key. Harden. Oh, that's how it's done. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
New blood coming in for both sides. Wall to Beal. And it's rejected.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Porter to Beal. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't get the bounce. Now a steal by Washington. Gets it in the left corner. Porter to Beal. It's Gordon.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Beal. Wall. Carter Williams on him. To Porter. 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Wizards at the controls. Wall matched up with Carter Williams. Probing the defense to Porter. For 3, and Otto Porter. No one in his zip code. Knocks down the 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
To Beal. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Gerald Green, defended by Wall. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Michael Carter Williams, guarded by Beal. Wizards have the rebound. To Beal. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion.
No good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Houston with the basketball. Oh, blocked by Green.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Porter. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Driving right to the basket. To Beal. Lets it fly from long range. And Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
"19-footer at the buzzer. So a tie. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Tucker, dead-on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Porter. Fires the three. Harden with the rebound. And scores. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Porter off the mark. No good. Oh, and a putback.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's a highlight waiting to happen.
Paul into the front court. Lead is 2. To Harden. Paul. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. To Beal. Wall to Beal. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
The shot rejected. Dwight Howard. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Harden. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Porter. Rockets come up with it. Harden up against Porter. To Paul. Fires the 3, and Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Wall in the front court. The margin standing now at 7. To Porter, going a launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Houston takes over. Anthony. Rebound owned by Washington. Takes stock of the floor. Beal. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. To Harden. Rises for the slam.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Knocked loose. Ooh, Chris Paul.
To try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Deep right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Harden into the front court. His team on top by 8. To Chris. Cashes in for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Beal. To Wall.
Oh, met at the summit edge.
I was sure that was going to be a dunk, Jay. What control by the defender. Marquise Chris against Marquise Morris. Porter to Beal. Porter picked up by Paul. Knocked loose. Runner here won't go. Porter. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh.
Appreciate it.
Nothing going here on that drive. That misses with 2 seconds to go. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Rockets. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. The third quarter was a disaster. Remember, they led at halftime, and now they find themselves down big.
And when things get bad, they get bad in a hurry. But you have to remember, this is a game of runs. They had theirs, now it's time for yours.
Ennis, defended by Wall. Beyond the arc for three. Not going down here. Wall across the timeline. The deficit now up to a dozen. Throws it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Rockets in control of the basketball. A lot of contact. No whistle to Chris.
Hello. Hey.
Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Marquise Chris to Gerald Green. Knocked loose. Gerald Green up against John Wall. Deep left corner. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Houston.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Probing the defense. Harden to Anthony. Dwight Howard with the block shot.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Into the front court, it's Wall. Trailing by 14. Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Porter matched up with Harden. 4-3. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passes.
A shot rejected by Capella.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Tucker gets it in the right corner. To P.J. Tucker for 3. Cleaning the offense. And a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Jordan.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Hall with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Anthony up against Porter. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw.
What happens sooner or later? Get on out of here. Rafa, I'm finna play 2K. Finna rebroadcast. Be right back.